Hi, Mrs. Smith. My name is Melissa. I'm going to be your nurse today. I wanted to take this opportunity to provide you with a teaching session. I know that you just recently were diagnosed with having migraine headaches, and I wanted to discuss some of the common migraine triggers with you and offer you the ability to have a list of these to bring with you to all of your doctor's appointments, as well as keep them with you so that you can use them in your headache diary. So the first thing I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to ask me any questions that you may have at this time. So do you have any questions, Mrs. Smith? Okay. So since you don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and start by providing you a list of the common headache triggers. All these triggers were initially found on different websites, various websites like the Mayo Clinic and WebMD. So I'm going to give you a list of these websites as well for you to go over if you lose this list or if you want to look up some more. So here's the list of those headache triggers. The first few on the list I think you may find sort of surprising. So let's go over this list together, okay? The first one on the list is a headache trigger that some people may find kind of surprising, and that's your boss. Yes, your boss can really give you a headache. Anything that boosts your stress level can make you more likely to get tension headaches or migraines. The next one on the list is weather. When the weather changes, so does your chance of getting a migraine. Whether you have a heat wave or a cold snap, the change can trigger a headache in some people. The next one is strong scents. Powerful smells, even nice ones, can set off your migraine in some people. It's not clear why this happens, but odors may stir up in your nervous system. The most common triggers are paint, perfume, and certain types of flowers. So I generally tell the patients just to keep that out of your bathroom or to limit the use of perfumes and scented body lotions or body washes in your shower. The next one is hair accessories. If you're somebody like me and you have hair and you tend to tie it up, hair wear can take a toll on your head. A tight ponytail can strain the tissue in your scalp, leading to a hairdo headache. Headbands, braids, and tight-fitting hats can also have the same effect. So I generally just tell my patients to use a loose-fitting clip or to use a bobby pin instead of a full hair tie. If this is the cause of your headache, letting your hair down usually brings fast relief as well. Sometimes another headache trigger that's kind of surprising is exercise. So any kind of strenuous exercise, including jogging, can sometimes lead to headaches. So if you find that this is one of your headache triggers, generally just lessening up on the strenuous exercises is good, and taking like brisk walking or rather than weight training, maybe do some stretching instead. Another headache trigger that I find is kind of very surprising is poor posture. If you sit at your desk and you generally don't sit up straight or have a good chair that's ergonomically designed, sometimes you don't have to work up a sweat to build pressure in your head and neck. Slouching at your desk can do the job too. Another headache trigger is different foods like cheese. Sometimes aged cheese and wine can do it, including blue cheese, cheddar, Parmesan, and Swiss, as well as different wines like red wine, because in wine there's tyramine, and tyramine is an ingredient in red wine and other alcoholic drinks that can contribute to your headaches. Another headache trigger that's with food is cold cuts. Sometimes the different cold cuts include nitrates, which is an additive in most of the deli meats, which can trigger headaches in some people. Do you have any questions so far? Okay, we'll keep going. Another headache trigger sometimes can just be skipping meals. Hunger headaches aren't always obvious either. If you skip a meal, your head can start to ache before you realize you're hungry. So just keep in mind that eating small, frequent meals throughout the day is usually better than eating 3 big meals throughout the day. And keep snacks on hand too. So if you're one that generally does have a busy lifestyle and you're in the car or you're from place to place, sometimes just keeping a protein bar on hand can prevent that from happening. Another headache trigger, which is surprising, is caffeine. Because caffeine is good and bad, they do put it in different additives in like certain products over the counter, like Excedrin or energy drinks. In moderation, it may help treat some headaches. However, it's found that many headache caffeine triggers is from like chain chugging coffee or having excessive caffeine. Some of the different solutions to these I have gone over with you. So if you have any questions, now would be a good time. Okay, since you don't have any questions, I'd like to give you this opportunity to tell me some of the different headache triggers that might be appropriate to you and offer you any answers to some of the questions you may have, as well as identifying some of the triggers that you may have experienced now that you have this list of triggers provided to you. All right, so since our teaching is done now, we can conclude this as our teaching